So, being a student and being new to the vastness of the OpenStack project in the 2015 timeframe, what was that like? Did you find it intimidating, or did you find that the crowd was very welcoming? Did you get thrashed on your first attempt to do a PR? Talk a little bit about those early experiences and how it felt, both good and bad.
So OpenStack, the software, was super intimidating. OpenStack, the community, not at all. I really, really enjoyed the community vibe of it, and I found it so welcoming and really wanted me to still be there to this day. But on the software side, like after the class, I started an internship at Boston University to deploy OpenStack in collaboration with two other interns. We were all students. So the three of us against the behemoth that is OpenStack. It took
Uh-huh.
about 3 minutes for the dashboard to load, so the main page. I don't think we did such a good job on our first try, but it did work. And but on the other hand, the community was super welcoming. So the mailing list, IRC, people were there. It was really easy to reach them, to ask questions, get responses. I was not thrashed on my first PR. In fact, probably the reviewer who was Steve Martinelli, I think Ildiko might remember him.
Mm.
He just worked so tirelessly and made such a welcoming environment for me in OpenStack's identity service, which is called Keystone. So within a couple of days, I think I got that change merged and my first contribution to OpenStack. This was around early 2016, I think.
That sounds like a great journey. And I can reassure you, when I was working for Ericsson in I think it was 2013 by the time I started on that project, when we were trying to deploy this OpenStack thing. And well, it took us probably a longer time to get any dashboard working anywhere, if it even existed at that point. I remember a lot of command line interface commands being typed in and then head scratches of why is this thing still not working? But when it comes to the community experience, do you think that that very first experience contributed to you still being with the project? Because if I know correctly, you still are working on OpenStack.
It did have a major impact, and um, like I've always been drawn to online communities since I was like a kid, in forums and online video games and stuff like that. And I'm always attracted to that social aspect, that community aspect. And OpenStack really epitomizes that really well. And uh, attending the weekly meetings and talking to all of the wonderful people, learning so much by reviewing their code and having my code reviewed. And it's just, I haven't really encountered toxicity. At least personally. I cannot talk for other people, but for myself, I just found it such an exciting place to work for, having access to all of these smart people from all over the world.
When you got the internship and then got hired, was it fully set that you need to work on Keystone, or you had some flexibility in terms of what you will try to do within the community and with the project?
So it wasn't set that I would work on anything really upstream. We were trying to. So one of our goals at the time was to make a federated OpenStack cloud work. That was the first responsibility that I was given out of when I was hired full time. And initially, we approached the Nova team, which is OpenStack's virtualization, I guess, virtual machines as a service. team and trying to like get those changes approved there. But the federated aspect really was more about identity and access management. So eventually I started getting more interested and more involved in that, and especially the federation aspects, OpenID Connect and SAML and like just federation in general was really the keystone team. So I started asking more questions there, getting more involved there, submitting more changes, getting them approved, and just little by little, I started becoming a part of that team. But that wasn't set in my job responsibilities. It's just something that was helping me be more effective at my primary responsibility, especially having access to these people. So if something didn't work, then I knew who to talk to because I've talked to these people before. I've helped them out. They have helped me out. So it just helped me be more effective. And eventually, after perhaps many weekends being spent contributing on my own free time, I finally got, I think, 20% of my time just to work on OpenStack and Keystone, just for no reason in particular, just contributing in general.
You mean 20% of your work time that went into contributing what you felt would be a reasonable level of maintenance for the project? So just to care about the project.
Yes. So just being involved with the team 20% of my time, and the other 80% of my time doing my own like responsibilities on the mass open cloud, so the MOC and like Boston University. So just 20%, but it felt such a huge mountain to climb, because before that it was spending evenings and weekends just out of passion and desire and excitement. But then seeing how that actually translated into being more effective at my job, and this being recognized by my boss, was really rewarding. And
That's kind of huge, actually.
Yeah.
Right.